Alright, welcome to the AngeloStrains and Nedaj Productions podcast episode. I think this would be 7 or 8. I think 8 now. Well, whatever the title is. And welcome to Ramblings at Work number 3. So today, it's already like 2:20 p.m. So the day is pretty much gone by. It's been pretty much sunny the entire day. Beautiful sun. Can't say for the temperature. It's been pretty breezy and cold. Even I'm in 2 layers of jacket, wearing my Carhartt pants. And got an excavator. 2 excavators are here. We brought in the processor machine today too. Grinds up all these big logs and removes the branches automatically. It has these 2 wheels that make the log run through it and automatically takes off the branches, and it has like 2 chainsaws, one on the top and one on the bottom. It's pretty cool. I'll probably take a picture of it and just future edit it into the video. And also so yeah, I'm just gonna randomly talk about whatever comes to mind. I ran out of gameplay from Jaden, so I'm probably just putting up some random gameplay from me. If you noticed in the last video, or the last 2 videos, I ran out of Call of Duty gameplay, so I put Tetris there, something that I usually play in my spare time. I have Bandicam. I'll probably put some Call of Duty World at War gameplay if I can record it. I'm not sure, because that's one of the games I usually play too, or used to play. I'll probably play it again just for the sake of putting something on the screen so you guys can look at, because it's just a black screen. My voice isn't that fascinating. You'll probably get bored and click away, as if you're probably gonna get bored and click away right now. But anyway, listening to my voice to a black screen probably won't keep most people around, or listening to any of the podcasts at this point in time of the channel. It's not very popular. But yeah, so I've been really brainstorming ideas and long-term projects that I should work on. I've been thinking, what if I built a chair or a table, like a really proper chair and table, not those really basic ones, but a proper one, something that looks good along with the rest of the furniture. I was thinking of doing something like that, but I don't know if I have the skills for it. It's a long-term project. Probably won't even come to reality. I got other long-term projects that I feel like I should work on. I've always wanted to do animation, but I never did. I was never good at it because I couldn't draw, unless I did animation with stick figure. And also the other creativity projects that I'm doing, such as my music channel, AngeloStrains. And you know what, I'm just going to focus on the things that I have a grasp on, such as editing videos and making music, and further my skills and and my investments into it. That's what I'm going to do from there. So today I'm not really stationed in my man-made hut. I'm stationed pretty much in the dirt beside the gravel where all the trucks are parked, just watching everything, basically behind the entrance, just watching everybody go in and out. And that's where I stationed my first aid station today. The boss went out to get coffee, so I thought I might as well record something here. This is probably not going to be a very long podcast. Depends on what I have in my mind. But I'll just keep rambling on, see what comes on. It's just a pastime. I still got an hour and a half left. Today's relatively gone pretty fast, but yeah, it's gone fast, but nothing really came out of it. I just sat, listened to the radio. I think yesterday was a bit more fun in terms of what I was looking at. I was just looking at gravel today because it's the only thing in front of me. At least in my hut, I have the whole view of the entire site. For this station right here, I just have the view of the gravel road and an opening entrance to the site, which is just a fence basically, and a porta potty. No, I do have the processor machine beside me. Just looking at it, looks cool. We had to bring it in this morning. I had to stop traffic for a bit just to bring it in. And I cleaned the dirt off the gravel this morning again because the processor made a bit of dirt on it. Cleaned also the asphalt because it went through there as well. Tomorrow the big bosses are coming in, so my boss told me to basically pretend to do something and look like I'm doing something important, because the boss of the company doesn't like it when people stand around or sit around doing nothing when that's basically my job anyway. But so tomorrow I'm gonna go outside to the fences, get some cable ties, and look like I'm tying some signs up for who knows how long. But yeah, so the excavators are still piling those logs. The processor was used a bit just to take out all the branches quickly with the logs instead of those chainsaw guys that just cut them up manually. We got the processor here, at least that's what they call it. First time seeing a processor. Never seen anything like it. Well, actually, I probably have seen it, but I just never really thought about it. But now I'm seeing it in full view and actually acknowledging it. I spent a majority of the day thinking about what I can really do that brings out the potential in my life, that really makes me stand out, makes me more high demand, I guess, or of central importance in other people's lives, especially my own. And I couldn't really think of anything. Like, the first thing I thought of is, oh, what if I just made a bunch of cool projects? This is where the chair and table idea came from, actually. And maybe that would get people like, oh, wow, this guy is really doing something, you know, he must be really important, or must be really interesting. I mean, that's what I was thinking, but I feel like I gotta do something more important. Well, not that that's not important, but something more impacting in my perspective. Something that I can actually, I can probably do that if I really tried. I think I will, actually. No harm in trying all these different types of projects. Word will probably get out that I'm doing them. But I gotta keep myself busy, keep myself doing important things. Yesterday, my attempt at doing all three things, such as working out, editing, and creating that sawhorse, I did, again, 2 out of 3 of those things. This time, instead of working out, I created a sawhorse, and I did some editing. But I was not able to work out. Whereas on Monday, I worked out, but I didn't create the sawhorse. So I'm always doing 2 out of 3 things, but today I got to do 3 out of 3. Like I said, I wasted enough time, and I'm really tired of that. So 3 out of 3 things today. We push more harder than we've ever done before. I'm gonna work out. Well, actually, the sawhorses are done, so 2 out of 2 things right now. Actually, what's the third thing? We'll make a new third thing. So, work out, do the editing. I guess, we'll make 4 things, actually. We'll do the editing, figure out what this long-term project is going to be, and then 4th thing will be like some kind of self-reflection, spiritual activity, like writing in my journal. I haven't wrote in my journal in like 2 weeks, so it'll be a nice change. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get three videos uploaded today. In terms of the editing part of my day, I'll try to get all these podcasts, these work ramblings out onto that podcast YouTube in the AngeloStrains and Nedaj channel. I'll try to get a bit of edited videos for the AngeloStrains edits, and I'm gonna see if I can work on that album that is so long overdue, but because life came at me. No, I'm not even gonna use that excuse. I just didn't properly invest my time into it, and this is the result. I was supposed to finish that project all the way back in December, but this project album for my AngeloStrains project has been delayed ever since. Now I'm gonna shift into full overdrive and get that thing done, at least within the month. That album's gotta be done sooner or later. It's called The Workaholics. The Workaholic Brothers is based on all my uncles and how I see them. Or maybe I should, that's basically what it's about. So I'm gonna see if I can get that done. But yeah, so I pretty much got my tasks set out for me. Number 1, workout. Number 2, edit this channel. Edit all the creativity and all the creativity projects all in those channels that I have. Number 3, self-reflection, journaling. Number 3 was figure out what long-term projects we're gonna do, and then number 4 was spiritual self-reflection, journaling kind of thing. That's what we're gonna do. Wow, pretty solid. We figured out what we're gonna do now. Okay, I just gotta keep doing these kind of things. I just gotta keep doing these kind of things consistently every day now. I really gotta do them. I need to prove to myself that I'm capable of doing this type of discipline. I can't get distracted. Yesterday, I did 2 out of 3 things. I could have done the 3rd thing, but I still delayed a bunch of excuses and all that stuff. I still delayed. I executed the activity, but I did it at a much later time than I wanted to ideally do it. I created the sawhorses, and it was already sunset. I wanted to do it when the sun was still a bit high, but I guess I rested too much. Not on the bed this time, thankfully. Anyway, that's all I got to say for that. Alright, I'm back because I'm a little bit bored, but weather update, it is sunny, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, it's a bit windy too. I'm a little bit more energetic. I drink a lot of cups of coffee from my thermos, but yeah, enjoying the view. The boss is here now. He's in his truck checking the emails like yesterday. What else? Ooh, whoa, that was a strong breeze. But it is sunny now, and I am happy. The 2 excavators are organizing the logs. There's a bigger pile now than it was this morning, obviously. And yeah, the inspector's coming to inspect the dirt, I guess. I have no idea what the inspector's going to inspect, to be honest, but it has something to do with me cleaning out the soil out from the gravel, so I reckon it's something to do with that. Wow. I was bored earlier, and I had a lot of things to say in my mind, and as soon as I recorded this phone, it just went blank. Now I'm trying to remember what I was going to talk about. Man, I hate when something like that happens. It always happens often. I hope the wind doesn't go all over the audio. Hopefully it doesn't bother you guys too much. But It is a sunny, fine, sunny day. That's what I'm talking about. Warm. Oh man, it's still breezy. At the cost of the sun, we got the wind. Fine, sunny wind. Oh, that's a lot of wind. What time is it now? It is, I think it's around 11:30, around there. And yeah, just chilling. You know, I've been really, what is it called? I've been really thinking about the way I approach things in life. Throughout my entire life, I've always been a hard worker. Not exactly a smart worker, but I've always put 110% in whatever I was doing. Whether it was the long way or a shortcut, I always put 110%. But usually, it was never the smart way of doing things. No matter how long it would take, I would have the work ethic to see it through, no matter how long it would take. But I would never have the kind of push through to think it through for a shortcut. I think I want to start catering to that type of mindset now, where I start thinking ahead. Like I mentioned about thinking ahead before, but now I want to really integrate that kind of mindset where I think ahead and deal the best possible play I can. The smartest play and the fastest type of play, because I realize in life, the faster you get things done in a proper way. Don't go fast and do your work half-ass. That kind of sucks. But if you go fast and you do it proper, the more ahead you can get in life, and the more convenient life becomes. It has a lot to do with organization and planning ahead. So I'm gonna really try and have that type of mindset from now on. I'm gonna see how that kind of plan goes out today as well. Like I told you, my schedule after work, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm kind of excited for this, to be honest. I've always been a hard worker, not a smart worker, but now I want to try and change that. Let's try and be a smart worker and a hard worker. Just imagine how far we can go with those two. That can beat talent any day. Imagine the things we'll be able to learn if we just organize ourselves and really focus on what the best possible play is at all times. Sure, it's probably going to take a lot of mental energy, but working hard and pushing through the longest ways takes a lot of mental energy too, so I might as well take the shortcut and do it proper as well. So I might as well do that kind of shortcut and have the same type of mental energy drained, rather than, because time is a big essence in life. I feel like I wasted enough time. Oh yeah, I've been thinking that a lot recently, about wasting time and all. I think now is the time for me to actually portion time in accordance to a schedule, like properly portion it. Not like, oh, I'm gonna do this for how many hours until I get it done, and then after I do that, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna actually take a portion of time and stick to it. I mean, there are times where I might overexceed the scheduled time limit, but then again, it comes to being able to adapt, right? So that's the play we're gonna go with after work. Man, there's so many things I need to get in place in terms of my discipline, my organization, my personality, my virtues, principles, habits, a lot of things. Oh, my life, my financial situations, my income, my assets, all that stuff. There's so many things I gotta master, so many things I gotta put into place, so many things that I gotta really plan ahead in terms of the long term and how all these are gonna last before I even get into this whole dating thing. The last date I had, well, we went on one date, but as soon as I told her that the van broke down, which was not part of the plan, by the way, she lost interest. She stopped responding, and there's nothing I could do. I'm not gonna be that annoying person, because I wasn't interested enough to keep chasing. That's the thing. But she got more dry and dry as soon as I told her the van broke down, and the thought of mentioning transit on our second date, forget about it. If she was gonna ignore me because of the van breaking down, I can't imagine what kind of face she'd have if I told her we were gonna take transit. So that didn't go. So I don't really talk to that girl much anymore, because there's no point. Her texts are dry. It's a lost cause. And I kind of learned my lesson. I don't want to meet people through online. Now I met her through an online dating. I'm gonna meet first people through friends or cold approaching, but respectful cold approaching. I'm not gonna just like keep harassing them until they say yes. That's not the right way to go at all. So that's the way to do it. Oh yeah, now the wind is gone and the sun is up. The sun is up, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, but me being in a relationship and starting a family, that's just looking at it now, that's a million miles away. I'm 23, but so much more to do. Oh yeah, I guess that's as far as I'll go with the talking. I'll add this on to the last one I did. This will be like work ramblings part 2, or number 2 altogether. So yeah. Actually, is there anything else to talk about? I swear I had a lot more things in my head that I wanted to discuss, but for some reason it's not showing right now. I'll probably keep the recorder on in case I feel like talking about something. Oh, actually, I think there's one thing I wanted to talk about. Recently, I have been having a fascination of looking up characters that, at first sight, they don't really mean much. They're either like comical, they make a fool out of themselves, or they're too nice, super passionate, it looks like at first glance they don't look like much, basically. They look like someone that they're just gonna fall behind into obscurity. No one's gonna pay attention to. They're just like some kind of static character. But then when pushed to the limit, they become the one that controls all the strings, the puppeteer, even more than the main character. It even affects the main character. Changes the whole story on its own because of this one character that's been pushed to the limit. Was nothing before, but all of a sudden he's playing God. I mean, I don't know. Characters like that kind of fascinate me, I've been looking at this game called The Last of Us Part 2, and Part 1 actually. And there's one character that comes into mind when talking about a character like that. And I think that character is Tommy Miller. Like, he was a side character for the first game. Didn't mean a lot. But as soon as Joel dies, spoiler alert, actually, I should just, a bit too late, but as soon as Joel dies, he basically plants the entire plot of The Last of Us 2, and he carries his own. He literally starts a war against a whole group of, a whole army, basically, and he holds his own against that. He basically pushes them to the brink of like alertness. Like he's a force of nature at that point. He was a side character before with like, you know, very compassionate. You would think nothing of him, but when he's pushed to the limit, all of a sudden he's committing, he's like leaving a trail of violence, brutality, and just pure monstrosity behind, a blood trail. You would have never pictured it would be him to do that. You didn't know what he was capable of before. You know, characters like that fascinate me. And in a way, what if what if I became something like that? You know, I'm at a point in my life where everyone throws me under the bus. Well, not everyone, but I've been feeling like I've been thrown under the bus. No one really takes me seriously. They don't look up to me. They look up to someone else that has a bigger voice. I guess I haven't been pushed far enough to actually set things in stone. I gotta work on myself for that. There's a lot of stuff that I feel, there's a lot of potential I feel that I could just execute, you know? I could play a bigger part in the picture. I don't know. I feel like that's something I could pull off one day. We'll see how that goes. I like feeling like I matter. But, you know, feelings are feelings, right? I guess, no, I don't want to feel like I don't want to feel like I matter. I want to matter. Somehow, somewhere. Okay, yeah, that's enough ramblings. I talked long enough. Hope you have a great day, guys.